Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, Jihad, both of them, I mean, they even I know we they mothers, so they gotta pretty much do what we say anyway. But it's like they ain't complaining. She's talking about when we were out the project, it was free. I got frostbitten. And they like, look, we get ready to pass out these flyers. We got this 10 requirement, and they was going door to door passing out flyers. And anything we need them for, they do it. No complaining. So this award goes to my young guy, Heru, for all the work that he's done.
Peace, peace, peace.
Oh yeah, and they don't mess around when it comes to helping with your lessons. They like, nah, you missed the letter, you missed the word. You can't give a reply to any degree without saying answer first. So they the hardest educators on the planet. So, but peace and
Peace.
to everybody. And this recognizing the gods that are present among us. I'm sure all the gods work. And I would like to say peace to all the gods and earth.
Peace, peace.
Peace out.
Peace.
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 I come in the name of Allah Jihad. Pardon that, sisters pretty new, so they didn't know that at the end we do presentations or announcements on the end of the parliament, but that was cool. Today's mathematics, wisdom, power, all being born of God. Wisdom being a manifestation of one's knowledge, power being the truth. The way I see this is that not just me constantly building, teaching students, adding on, or manifesting an intellectual property that would surpass me when I'm no longer here in a physical form, which others will read and learn about the nation. How I manifest my power is me constantly improving myself, my character, and my personality. I am not the same person that I was last year, the year before that, the year before that. I constantly find out is there any weaknesses or anything that needs to be improving within myself, and I work on that. Be it my personality or be it even within martial arts. And I think everybody should strive to do that within yourself. Whatever it is that needs improving. You know, some people it might be better eating, or lay up off the court, or stop sleeping all day and doing nothing with your life. You should stop and analyze yourself. That's good sometimes to see the faults. If you got different people constantly telling you there's something wrong or constantly getting into it with you, you need to stop and look at yourself and see what's going on within yourself. Find out what it is and improve yourself. So that's what I'm doing with myself, manifesting my power to improve myself. Like the God was saying, you know, a lot of people with hygiene, things like that, just being a man, improving yourself. Peace.
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 Peace, God.
I step in the cipher by the name of Sincere, Ruler, Magnetic Allah.
Peace, God.
I say that slowly because my name used to be Sincere Refinement.
Oh.
And I make that statement because I'm wanting to build about growth. I'm from here, I'm from C-Medina. I'm an old head. I've been here, one head, I've been here, whatever. I'm not gonna dwell on the history. But I do say that to say I see growth here in C-Medina. I do see growth here in the people that populate this city. We become mature, we become a little more grown up. You know? So it's a little easier for us, our ways and actions, to create a magnetic that we all need. You know, that will bring us together and show and prove God. So, like, I don't know if I have anything else to say, really, to be honest. But, you know, I'm saying that because I'm very inspired by what I see. You know, I love seeing Spring City here. I love seeing D Mecca here. You know, seeing from where we've been to where we are today, we've grown up. And we may not be where we need to go yet, but we have the tools now. You know, and we have the power. You know, because we have the power, we can generate that magnetic necessary, as I said before, to bring us all together. To bring together what we need in this city. Like, you know, you talk about a weekend where 40 people get shot in the city of Chicago, right? You know, I thought the gangs were dying here. You know, I remember when it was hot. You know, I'm coaching at Cypher. You know, so I remember when it was serious, gang banging, right? It died down. Then all of a sudden we got, you know, 40 killers in a weekend. That don't add up to me. I can usually tell when it's tense. You know, I'm from the south side. You know, so you can tell on the west side when it's going on. You know, that's what I'm saying. But it's a little different now. So I'm like, you know, with the knowledge we got individually, you know, there's no reason. Like I've been, like to be honest, I've been like, I've been building with, working with the Nation of Islam. They have a disaster preparedness task force, right? Just cause, you know, there wasn't nothing else in my neighborhood in case something jumped off, like Katrina. Nothing else jumped off, like, you know, like hate. You know, it wasn't, so they were doing it, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna help. But, you know, I wanna hear what you're talking about at least. Next thing I know, I'm on the task force. You know, I ain't no Muslim, you know, but they needed the help. And they original people. And it was kind of cool hearing them, you know, speaking the same language, at least a 120. So as a result, boom, I'm helping. So, you know, I can definitely see us as a nation getting to the point where we can take care of each other in the event of a desperate situation. Like, the reason why, you know, and part of what inspired me to say this is because of what the Earth said about her being in the garden and having to stand up for herself. You know, we have the ability to be a strong unit, you know, a powerful unit. Because we have the most powerful tools that any organization could ever have, and that's two of those the tools are this. Having to show and prove what you say, and having to make sure your word is bond. Well, religion had that. We have that. So that makes us more powerful than them. You know, a preacher, he can preach all day. You know, we're supposed to be able to show and prove. Wisdom is ways and actions. It's words, but it's also ways and actions. Those ways and actions, through an understanding of what we need to accomplish, will form that power that we need to accomplish what we need to accomplish. So that's how I see it. That's how I see us as a nation. That's how I see David Mathematics. Hey.
Peace.
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 Hey!
Peace.
Hey.
Peace.
Peace.
Definitely type in the name of Master Going Great, man. Okay. Son of mine, I ain't know there was that much shade over here. Today's mathematics is wisdom, power, all being born to God. I see that as wisdom is your expression, power is the truth, power is also an ability or a force. And wisdom, power, all being born to God basically is how you utilize your ability, your internal ability. What I want to go into is I've been building in the God and doing a lot lately, and I've been kind of doing the knowledge and doing science and kind of aligns with a lot. The other guys were saying as far as not applying ourselves. I want to build on potential and kinetic energy. God made mention, as well as the God Yasir, about having a certain level of knowledge. Brothers mentioned about lip professing and all that, and not doing simple things like taking care of the family, babies, and all that. Well, one of the issues that I see as far as amongst our people, you know, we get this knowledge because we great guys, but a lot of us are kids poor excuses for men, excuse my language. So, but what I did the knowledge to them, I've been studying us as a people, and I did the knowledge to a lot of us like this. A lot of us, not only do we like this, but a lot of us didn't have figures, father or mother figures to grow up and know what it is and how it is. And I always say this, I think I said it at the last parliament in D-Mecca. My brother got love for those who know him. God told me a long time ago, he said, see, a lot of us grew up in these single-parent households, and we didn't know how to treat each other as far as man and woman relationship. And the God said what he started doing was he started studying the baby. He said if you watch how a son treat his mother and how a daughter treat her father, that's how we should that's how the man and woman should treat each other. And ever since the God said that, I've been studying that and I've been on that. And what I did in us was leading me back to as far as being a man and providing for our family. Because we God, we all know we God, but the first degree say who was the original man. The original man is the age black man, maker, owner, cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization, God of the universe. I said that to say that it say who is the original man. The word man is mentioned 3 times before the word God is even mentioned that degree. So we got to learn how to be man first. And some of us actually learned and came into our godhood before we even really understood what it was like to be a man. I myself can say I am one of them. I learned how to be God before I knew what it was to be a man. And today I'm going back right now and learning how to be a man. But anyhow, going into the potential and kinetic energy, what I want to build on as far as that is, we all have energy. We all have gifts and abilities and skills within us that we have to hone into and first of all figure out what our skills, figure out what our gifts and our talents are, and then hone into those skills, gifts, and talents. But one way of doing that, first of all, was one of the things I was mentioning about the discipline. But mainly, if you can go home every night and lie down in bed, and when you get ready to lie down in bed and sleep and rest good throughout the night, in most cases, that's the first thing. I mean rest good. I ain't talking about just waking up in the middle of the night. Because I know me for myself personally, I can only speak for myself. Days that I wake up and I ain't really did nothing all day, pardon my language. And I'm sitting on my Allah self-savior all day, not handling my business. That night, I don't really sleep or rest as well as I do on them days where I know I was busting my Allah self-savior, handling my business, going to work, taking care of the household, doing things that we're supposed to do. That night, when I get in the bed and I know I done had a full day and I rest good, not because I'm tired physically, because the job that I do don't require no physical work, but because I've went throughout the day handling my business and I can rest soundly and peacefully because of it. And this is what I had to learn doing the studying. And when we sit around all day, you go home that day, you ain't did nothing all day. You get in the bed, you can't even sleep. You might wake up 3-4 times in the morning. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, you cut the TV on because you can't even sleep. Well, why? You can't sleep. It may not be nothing going on particular at the time. It may not be no stress. You can't sleep because your mind won't allow you to. Your subconscious won't allow you to sleep and rest peacefully because you know you letting yourself slide. If you're not putting forth your fullest effort in life, period, not just with this knowledge, not with this in 120. God's mentioned about how the God told him, he said he take everything serious just like he take this knowledge. So whatever it is you take serious in life, because everybody got certain things that's important to them, you should take everything in life that serious. And doing that, you will see results as far as success, love, peace, and happiness. Because we all want happiness, am I correct? But at the same time, we can't savagely pursue this happiness. It says that in the knowledge of God. It says what's the human civilization, one having knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, approach and refinement, and not be a savage in the pursuit of happiness. We all gonna pursue happiness, but we can't be a savage in doing it. And one of the characteristics of a savage is sitting on your lost self-savior all day, not doing that. So what I wanted to build about or express the point of every day we gotta have. What I started doing was I went and bought a planner. I went and bought a planner, even though that didn't work because I kept losing it and misplacing it and stuff. But my next plan is to get a board. And every day, I'm writing down, I'm planning my day. I got stuff to do. And I got a to-do list, I'm checking this stuff off. At the end of the day, because see, we designed this universe. We living it out backwardly because we was made or taught a certain way through slavery. But the way we designed it is not for us to achieve or obtain this happiness without working. See, everything in the universe is in order. Math, that's what supreme mathematics is. First thing first, last thing last. So in order to play hard, you gotta work harder, and you gotta work first. So when you begin to go and every day and set things up and design your day, doing things that's positive, taking care of your business, brothers taking care of your guys, taking care of their earths and their babies, taking care of the things that they're supposed to do, then that's when all the blessings of the universe begin to pour the blessings onto you. And there's no limit to that. But what I want my main point and what I want to express to the body or to everybody here is don't let yourself slide. When you let yourself slide, you're gonna punish your own self for it. It ain't nobody else. You might be in a situation and you feel like it was somebody else, but it's all you. We all know that. Whatever we put out there is what we get back. With that, I'll say peace.
Peace.
Peace. Today's supreme mathematics is wisdom, power of being born to Allah. God, my name is Queen Chuniq from Mecca, reflecting the light of Lord Zaid, power of Allah. How I see today's supreme mathematics is, as I already said, wisdom, power of being born to Allah. Now what that means to me is wisdom, as being a wise individual, that means that the things that you do and say are based off knowledge. Power is a motivating or driving force that leads one to the next level or gives you energy to do something new. God is black man. So when we're talking about wise women and having the power to find yourself within this culture, I've been here for going on 2007. So my biggest challenge for me when I came here was reading all the lessons and doing the knowledge of different things and hitting ask myself, like, what is my place here? Because a lot of things seem to be male-centered. It's like, well, I don't want to do that, or I can't do this, or submit what? Like, that was the kind of things I was dealing with. But the true power of a woman is for her to be able to find herself and see that she is man's teammate. Men and women have a natural connection to each other just by simply the way that our bodies are made, the things that we're designed to do together. Man's best friend is not a dog, and girl's best friend is not diamonds. You can't create anything with diamonds and dogs. Show me somebody who has it. So, with that being said, I'm stressing the importance of every woman here to be able to find herself within the lesson, because that's a challenge as well. The first degree in the student enrollment asks who was the original man. So by reading that, you have to say, okay, well, if we are teammates, then how can I help him achieve those things, and what can I do to make this actually manifest? And that's a personal question. Every woman is going to answer that differently based on their experiences and what type of universe they're in. So for that, and that's the challenge that everyone, if you haven't answered those questions, on the women and people out of
Peace. Peace.
Peace. My name is Bornfreedom from C-Medina.
Peace,
I
God.
say thanks to Jihad and everybody else who has put this together. We live in a society which is embodied combat from all angles with Christianity and religion. And when you go to school, your children see it. Christian names, here, they can see others in their life and it's positive. That's great. Today's mathematics is wisdom, power, refinement, all being born to God. I say power, refinement now. As many people have said, wisdom is your ways and actions. Power is work over time. What is work? Force, but time's the distance. So can you take that force and can you drag it through the distance? It's really the same thing that other people have been talking about. I can just add on a different angle. To get to the highest point of elevation in whatever you're doing, whether it's school, work, business, martial arts, you gotta put that work in. You gotta put it in over time. We all should know that. You might not want to do it, but you have to put it in. Now, with the new gun laws, a lot of people are saying there's going to be a lot more killings and there's going to be a lot more eyes watching everybody in the street now. There was a little brother that just got shot on 112th of May. I think he was 14 years old. He had a little argument with his friends, with another group of boys, and they got chased. Well, his friends escaped. He was slow. Some of y'all probably heard about this. Boys shot him and
But then when they got up on him, pointed the gun at his dome and shot him 2 times in the head. These were like 13, 14-year-olds. How can somebody at that age have that little remorse? And the answer is really, they weren't taught, they weren't raised right. Something went wrong with a little brother who's going to shoot another brother and not even think twice about taking his life, taking his physical life. Now, if you go back to the lessons, how long did it take to make devil? 600 years of rob the devil to make it for the black man? 600 takes me back to supreme alphabet. That takes me to equality, which takes me to the Father. The Father is one who's qualified to give life mentally and physically. So now, if the Father was present, like everybody's been saying, the same thing, maybe something different would have happened. Nation building starts at your foundation, at your rest. I just say, with the guys that I have, it's no joke. I mean, constantly reinforcing no video games. Cut that out. Read. Open up a science book. Focus on your mathematics. Focus on your homework. Put the cell phone down. Put down the Nintendo. Because everybody in the world is bombarding us with all these electronic devices. And in the end, someone's making money off those devices, right? And it's not us. It's not us until we start building factories, getting into engineering and science, liberal arts and all. It's peace, but I'm always an advocate of science and industry. Because I know in the end, these shoes, these jeans, it's all made by mathematics. That's what I got to say. Peace.
Peace.
Peace to the God.
Peace.
Peace.
I'm not a man of many words, so I'm going to keep it real simple. Today, my name is Ruler Almighty. I'm from C-Medina. Today's mathematics, wisdom, power, all being born to God. I'm sorry, wisdom, power, refinement, all being born to God. Knowledge is the presentation, wisdom is the presentation of your knowledge, which is me, self. It's also a foundation. Without foundation, you got to be real strong. Power is a force, as many of you already said. Like God said, it's work over time. I got to maintain my foundation in order to stay at the God existence. Peace.
Peace. Peace, God.
Peace.
Peace.
Again, I'm Selfkingdom Allah. And going with today's supreme mathematics, wisdom, power, going back to God. You know God is not the 85%, correct?
Correct, God.
God. So some of the things that we have to do if we're going to teach, we have to learn certain things that we can teach about. And every city that's been mentioned, from Cream City to C-Medina to Deep Mecca, even I study stuff that's going on in Baltimore, Philadelphia. One thing that I learned about these cities is they are all broke. The government is broke. So the writing is on the wall, and I'm not joking, the writing is on the wall. So if we can't come together for nothing else, we need to come together by knowing where we live at. These cities really can't take care of these women no more. They can't take care of these babies no more. We're living on borrowed time. For the women that's getting all the aid and stuff like that, we have to be realistic. The writing is on the wall. In Cream City, they're already doing it now. If you get daycare, child care stuff, they got that to the point. If your child misses a certain amount of days, they cut it up. They break the hours. The writing is on the wall. So if we can't come together, the government is going to be the one that try to put us back into the knowledge culture degree. We don't supposed to be slaves to a mental depth and power, right? So if the government itself using politics to trick us, like we can still depend on them, and we fall for it, we sound worse than the question, can the devil fool a Muslim? Can the government fool God? That's what we're going to be asking ourselves. Can the devil fool God? Can the government fool God? Because right now, if these politicians is not coming on the news and admitting that these cities are broke, but it takes somebody to take time to look into their files, research certain things, you can see it everywhere. I was studying something about Chicago in the sense that the transportation that they're trying to make now, they're not focusing on the urban area no more with their transportation. I don't live here, but I looked that up. Same thing in Deep Mecca. The same thing in Cream City. In Cream City, the subway, the light rail was already supposed to be there. They got the money for it, but you know what they waiting on? For them to continue moving original people out the urban area. They have shown and proved that they have the money through the new tax system they have for the last 2 years. The money's sitting somewhere, they're like, no, let's not build it yet. So their plan is already there for them to what? Survive. For them to renew their history. So it got to be about us. and we're not going to teach about something that keeps us in control of ourselves, we still won't be showing and proving that we God. Because like we said before, God is not 85%, so don't let the government or the devil put us in the knowledge culture degree. Because we see it there. Slaves to a mental death and power. We know what power or control they have. Let them have that. But we got to come together with unity so we can take care of our own. That's what guys want to do, because we teaching about politics, the government. Let's show how we can use our own mind to formulate our own government, which we already got. If you govern by supreme mathematics, the law should already be there for you to what? Unify and take care of your own. That's what I'm here for. And I said it in Mecca, I'm saying it in C-Medina. You're going to hear me say it in Cream City too as we come to the family day. Let's unite, because we can't depend on the government to take care of us. I'm not going to sit there and let them put me in a knowledge culture degree. I'm not the 85%. F that. They're not going to put me there. Peace.
Peace, God.
Hey.
I want to add on to what God said about everything you said to my understanding was right with that. I don't see happiness being something that you can pursue. Speak up, God. I don't see happiness as something that you can pursue. Happiness is a state of being. Scientifically say civilizations want to have the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, refinement, and non-scientific to happiness, right? Now building, we say, was the civilized person. The civilized person is teaching the civilized civilization, righteousness, knowledge of himself, science, everything in life, love, peace, and so, if it's already being presented to you, it's not being presented to you, it's dropping science on you, what happiness is, how then you have to go and pursue it. Happiness is a state of being. You know what I'm saying? You don't pursue states of being. You know what I'm saying? If you base your happiness on things in the physical world, you're going to always be sort of quote-unquote pursuing, because things in the physical world change. If your happiness is in your car, it means you drove off the lot, your car lost its value. So you're going to have to go get something newer next year. Pursuing happiness. You know what I'm saying? If this is what, if your happiness based in the physical world, you're going to always be quote-unquote pursuing it. Because things in this physical world change. Your stadium, I told my earth already, there's nothing you can do to make me happy. I don't care how good you cook, how good you clean. There's nothing that you can't make me happy. Only I can make me happy.
True indeed.
Only you can make yourself happy. And then we share our happiness with each other.
There you go, God.
That's real. See what I'm saying? Like I can build all day and it might put a smile on her face, things of that nature, but ultimately that's just a reflection of happiness she already has. See what I'm saying? Like I'm not about to, if a person is sad or down or whatever the case may be, there's nothing that you can do to alleviate that. They're gonna have to come out there on their own. And you might be able to give them some temporary relief or some comfort for that time being, but ultimately their understanding is gonna come on their own and they will come up out of that. That's the same thing with happiness. You can't pursue it. You can't pursue righteousness.
Wordplay, God.
No, it's not, God.
What does pursue mean? What does pursue mean?
Chase something.
Chase.
Huh?
Chase.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.
Step in the cipher, back in the cipher to find
Cut
what
the
God
computer
said.
off.
God, pursue. Let's deal with it. Keep it right and exact. Definition, dictionary deposition. What you say?
What's your source?
Dictionary.com. Okay, an effort to secure or attain, quest. And actually, it using the sentence, it says the pursuit of happiness. Okay, so I understand what you're saying. Yeah, you can't. Happiness is something that comes from within, but it's also something that has to be maintained, which is where I was going as far as we all want happiness, because there's certain things and certain incidents, like you said, in this physical realm that can take us off of that place or pull us away from that thing. So in order for us to be able to attain and maintain that happiness, we have to do certain things. So it ain't about chasing the happiness, it's about what I said. First thing first, last thing last. So if you want to say, well, that ain't the pursuit of happiness, or it is, it's really all on how you do. I'm not talking about going to go chase happiness. I'm talking about living out supreme mathematics, handling your business, and the result of that is love, peace, and happiness. If you're not living out supreme mathematics, handling your business, first thing first, don't savagely pursue that. The savagely pursue, when it says savagely pursue, it means, like you said, Dylan, as far as this physical realm, doing certain things that we know is not right and exact. Like I said, we designed this. Then nobody have to tell us what's right and what's wrong.
Wait, no, you're not gonna have to argue that. Right.